As much as people talk about the Beatles and how great their music was, whatever you want to say, I totally agree with them. I think they're the greatest band of all time. But I have to be honest with you, John Lennon and Paul McCartney redefined Pussy Whipped. You have to watch this fucking video. It's John Lennon is singing with Chuck Berry. Chuck Berry is probably one of the main reasons why John Lennon ever picked up a guitar. So now he's on TV. He gets to play with his idol. They're playing Chuck Berry's hit Memphis. Okay, John Lennon's got Yoko in his fucking band. They're in the middle of singing this song on television, and they're killing it. It's going great. Yoko's playing some stupid fucking drum. And even though she has no fucking talent whatsoever, he's putting her in the fucking band just so she'll shut the fuck up and stop nagging him, because he's too much of a fucking pussy to tell her that she has no talent. All right? The only reason why you're here, Yoko, is because you're sucking my dick. All right? No, you can't play the bongos. But anyway, she's up there playing the bongos, right? So John Lennon, Chuck Berry, two of the greats of all time, harmonizing, singing this hit from the 1950s. That's what this moment's about. And Yoko, in the middle of it, can't handle that she's not getting any shine. She takes the fucking microphone out of the stand, starts playing the bongo, and as they're singing, you know, go, go, Johnny, go, whatever, she picks up the mic and I swear to God goes, yeah, some fucking crazy shit. And you see Chuck Berry's eyes fucking open as wide as they are, and it's that fucking look. Dude, you ever have like a buddy of yours and he's dating some fucking psycho, but he's in love with her, so you can't fucking say anything, and you're just sitting there waiting for the fucking lightning bolt to hit your friend in the head where he finally realizes that he's dating a psycho cunt? Chuck Berry had that look on his face. Dude, I'm not even exaggerating. Yeah, that's what the fuck she did. And Chuck Berry's like, what the fuck? And it's kind of like, John, that's your woman. Get her in line. And John Lennon does not even fucking... He doesn't even blink. He just keeps playing. And then she does it again later on in that song. And then you look at all the other musicians, and they just keep playing the song like Yoko isn't even fucking there. And I actually get infuriated when I watch this video. The fact that John didn't just stop playing in that moment. And what he should have done was dressed her down right there. You say, fine, you want to have a fucking moment? This is your moment. If you ever fucking do that again, I will slap you so fucking hard in the head, your eyes are going to look like mine. Do you understand me? You play that fucking bongo and you shut your face. You look like that bitch who crawled out of the fucking well in Ring. You understand me? I don't even know why I'm fucking you. I could be fucking anybody. You can't play the bongos. You can't sing. Shut your fucking face. And then he just walks back up to the mic and just counts the band back in. Right? Isn't that what the fuck he should have done? All right, this is the longest fucking revenge story I think I've ever read. Let me see if I can fucking just... I'm gonna read that one next week when I have the energy. All right, questions. All right, Bill. I have a question for you. I was hoping you might be able to shine some insight on this. I have this great friend that's a girl. Mistake. And we get along great, and we have never had any sort of sexual tension. Fucking up. Or interest, despite her being attractive. All right, dude, right there, you're either gay or you're an idiot. And I'm giving you some tough love here. That's a fucking stupid situation to be involved in. That's stupid. All right, unless you're using her to attract other females to get you fucking laid. Let's see if this is the case. I will continue reading. So, she has this smoking hot friend. Oh, there we go. That I'd met a few times and always flirted with, but it's just been overall friendly. So this chick calls me up one night, and I'm at the bar at like midnight and asks if I want to stay up drinking with her, and she come pick me up. So obviously I agree. Things go very good, and we have a few drinks and flirt. And when I make my move, she gets all upset, like I should have known she just wants to be friends when she calls me up at midnight to stay up drinking with her alone. After the incident, the bitch still has the balls to ask to sleep over. Since then, I have noticed all her friends are trying to be my friend when all I want to do is rail the shit out of them. Bill, I was hoping you could shine some light on the situation and help me out. Yeah, dude. Never have a friend as a female. You know, you always got to be fucking them That's the only reason to be around them. You know? I know that sounds really sexist, but, you know, I'm speaking from me. There's no fucking point in hanging out with that level of frustration if you're not having sex with them. And if they're actually like a good friend, then that's the one that you should... I mean, that's the ultimate. If you're banging them and they're also a great friend, that's the one you marry. Because you got a connection there, right? But if you just... I mean, they're using you as like a live teddy bear. And, yeah, the next time they call up, just be like, no, I can't hang out tonight. Why? What are you doing? I'm going to go out and try to get some ass tonight. And I know I'm not getting any from you. And it's frustrating because you're hot and I want to bend you over every piece of fucking furniture in my apartment. Oh, yeah, I can't believe you said that. Yeah, well, I just did. Are you going to come over here and fuck me? Well, then great. I have to go. Why are you being so mean? I'm not being mean. I'm being honest. Okay? You know how many times I've jerked off to you? It's annoying. That you just, I'm telling you, like, that's a little aggressive, but that's what you have to start doing. You just have to be straightforward and honest, and don't do it like I just said it. Do it how you can do it and pull it off, and you just say it like that. Just be like, yeah, I want to go out. I want to try to get laid tonight. All right? And I go out with you, and you're not fucking me, and then other girls see me with you, and they think that I am fucking you, which I'm not, and I end up going home dry humping my futon, you know? And it's really fucking with my self-esteem. Okay? So that's it. So basically, what are you saying? You're saying that if I don't suck your cock, you don't want to hang out with me? Yes, that is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Your conversations are awful. You know, I'm sure they're interesting to other females, but not to me. I don't want to talk about that shit. I could give a shit about the hills, the OC, the ocean, or whatever the fuck other stupid show you want. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I want to fuck you. Okay? It's World right there. You know what it is? You ever watch the World Series of Poker when you go all in? That's what you do. Just say what the fuck you want to do. You push all your chips in, then you stand up and you start walking around. You wait for that next card to drop. You see what the fuck happens. Yeah, dude. That's my advice. Get out of that whole circle of, yeah, he's like a big teddy bear. Fuck that. Fuck that. All right? You're not a teddy bear. Well, you are one right now. You got to stop being that guy. So fuck all of them. Go, where are your guy friends? What are they doing? Go hang out with them. Go get a fucking wingman. Get yourself back in the game. And go out there and talk some shit. Hit on some girl you don't give a fuck about so you can practice not giving a fuck. And just say a bunch of shit that you would never say to some girl that you gave a shit about. Because you don't give a fuck if the girl says no. Start with that. You know, always wear a condom. And that's it. That's what I would do. That's what I should have done. I didn't. I just have that knowledge now because I'm fucking... have I ever been the... You know something? I was never the friend. But I was definitely the douchebag. I was definitely the not even pussy whipped. It wasn't even pussy whipped. It was just I couldn't fucking speak up for myself. I was afraid of having a confrontation. And then by the time I had the final confrontation, I was like, ah! And it was like fucking a year worth of shit and we broke up. But that's a whole nother story. So anyways, that's the podcast for this week, I think. Right? Yeah, I got 5 fucking minutes before I got to go here. All right, Skeletons in her Facebook. Hey, Billy Boy, I'm a big fan and new listener. Thank you. I am in a little bit of a predicament. I got onto my laptop the other day when I woke up around 1 in the afternoon. I worked the night shift. I look through my history and I see some fucked up conversations that my girlfriend is having on Facebook with another guy. Oh, GG. They were old emails, but it was obvious that she's still thinking about this guy. Wait a minute. I got to go back and do the math on this. I got into the laptop the other day. I woke up around 1 in the afternoon. I worked the night shift. I look through my history, and I see some fucked up conversations that my girlfriend is having on Facebook with another guy. Wait a minute. You're on your laptop? Dude, fuck all this shit. Just be honest. You got a weird vibe off your girlfriend, or you're fucking, you don't trust her, or you don't trust people in general, and you went on her Facebook account. Isn't that what you did? Okay. Now we're caught up here. There were old emails But it's obvious that she's still thinking about this guy. How is it still obvious if they're old emails? If she hasn't emailed the guy since she got with you, she says, the one that caught me was from around 2 years ago. It said something about having a sleepover with this guy. The only problem is that we were dating at the time. Uh-oh. Then a few months later, she emails him again saying she misses him. What the fuck? I've been nothing but good to this girl. That doesn't mean shit, dude. If her heart's with this other guy. She lives in my house, doesn't pay bills, or even tries to keep food in the house. I'm always the one keeping the house straight. I'm the one who does everything. I'm too nice a guy, I guess. Everything I say, she freaks out and starts to cry and shit. I've been with her for almost 3 years. I don't know what to do. Should I confront her about the other guy? I was kind of snooping on her shit when I found this stuff. There it is. There it is. Yeah, dude, you know what? You know why you're snooping. And you knew what you were going to find that you didn't want to find. You probably had one eye closed because you knew what you were going to find, and you found it. Anyways, he goes, I mean, don't get me wrong. She snooped on my Facebook, too, at times, and caught me talking to other girls. But all my life, I've never been unfaithful to her. And this kid that she used to know looks like Sloth from the Goonies. Fucked up brother. Any advice would be great. Yeah, you guys, what are you doing? You're just clinging to each other. Break up. What are you doing? All right? First of all, I don't believe that you've never been unfaithful to her. I don't believe that because it took you fucking 2 paragraphs to admit that you actually went into her fucking Facebook. So I think if this email was another 2 paragraphs, you'd be like, except this one time when I let this girl blow me 12 fucking times on 7 different dates, you know? I don't know. First of all, forget the fact that she's fucking around or whether or not she's fucking around or whether she has feelings with somebody else. How can you be in a relationship with somebody that every time you bring something up or want to talk about something heavy, she freaks out and cries about it? She's not an adult. You know? She's a child. She's acting like a little kid. All right? There's no reason to fucking cry. When you're an adult, there's no reason to fucking cry unless something tragic has happened to somebody you love. Other than that, if I'm bringing up the fact that I feel like you haven't done the dishes as many times as I've done it lately, or I go to bed earlier than you do, and you come into bed with your fucking iPad and it's lighting up the goddamn room like a flying saucer's coming down, and you have a little consideration. If you start crying during that, you're an asshole. All right? You're a fucking child. You know what you should do? You should just get a fucking pacifier. That's what I would do. The next time you go to bring something up, she starts crying, you just pull it out and be like, and you wave it in her face, and you just throw it against the wall, and you go, you pick it up, you fucking baby. Right? And right there, you're not going to have to worry about what to do in the relationship because it's going to be over. Underrated. Uncle Billiam. This could be the underrated of the century. Keeping your dick in check. Flipping the script on the ladies. And refusing your woman's sex. I just told my girl no sex till she goes and applies for 10 jobs today. And the look on her face was priceless. Like she just had no clue what just happened. Looked like a little kid that had just had its teddy bear stolen. Love the podcast and go fuck yourself, you redheaded bastard. That's a great one. That's a great one. I mean, you're fucking with that. That's, you know what? You having your dick in check is like your woman fucking bench pressing more than you. That's basically it. I mean, the core thing a guy has over a woman is that he's physically stronger. Okay? The core thing a woman has is that we're run by our dicks. Well, I mean, they're also smarter. I think I do think women are smarter in a lot of areas just because they have to be. It's a nature thing. You know? We're stronger, so I think we just didn't use our brains as much. Back when you could fucking drag a woman around by her hair and beat her with a branch. I said, shut the fuck up, you know? You didn't have to grow as a human being. They had to sit there and be like, how do I get that big dumb oaf to do exactly what I want him to do? I can't grab him by the fucking throat. How can I make him do it and actually make him feel like it's his decision? You know?
All right, advice for the week. Bill, I've known this young lady for a few years, and we're very fond of each other. But she has a possessive boyfriend with a stupid haircut, and a couple of times when she's broken up with him, she's come to me. But then she goes back to Macro Man. This is the thing that bothers me. Whenever things have gotten sexual between us, like I go down on her and blow her fucking mind. This guy has definitely got confidence. He goes, she never returns the favor. She gets disgusted. She even gets disgusted if I sulk in my seat that I didn't get any. Dude, sulking is like, I'm not going to sit here and act like I know what turns women on, but I can tell you the exact opposite of turning a woman on. If you want to have the exact opposite, Spanish fly would be sulking. Nothing makes a pussy dry up like sulking. Just letting you know right there, okay? But nothing makes it wetter with complete indifference. Anyways, once she said callously, after the guy went down on her and then he didn't get a blowjob, she once callously said, have a wank to alleviate my horniness. After having her completely naked on my chair, worshiping her and pleasuring her holes. Jesus Christ, buddy. Thank God I'm not yelling. That one right there would have kicked me out. It was just me with the styrofoam cup. Another time when we had intercourse, we were drunk. She stopped me halfway through, and she even stopped halfway through a shit doing you a favor hand job. She's never made me come. These are the only examples of when she tried to get me off, and I'm a good-looking chappy, so it's not that. Recently, I boycotted her body. I said, let's be friends, to be strictly platonic. I won't even play with her norks. I'm guessing that's her titties. This has had the result of her trying to rekindle things like the old magic. If she's not that into me, what the fuck is going on? I'm finished with her, but any insights you can give is a treasure. All right, first of all, dude, you're not finished with her. Just halfway through writing that, you probably realized what a sap you were being. All right? Okay, first of all, who's kidding who? You're fucking with a psycho. All right? And I don't know. This is a very touchy one to talk about here, but this girl strikes me as one of those girls who wants to be put in her place and wants to be bent over something and wants a guy to tell her what the fuck is what. All right? Okay? Consensually. Do you understand what I mean? Okay, don't take this the wrong way. Go in and just fucking give her a forearm shiver, right? I'm not saying to do that, all right? You know, some girls are cunts and they know they're a cunt and they want a guy to basically tell them that. It could be this, I have no idea, but I can tell you one thing right now. Sulking and keep coming back for more. You're like Charlie Brown. She keeps pulling the football out. And, you know, if you want to fuck this girl, walk away from her. Stop returning her phone calls and all that type of shit. You basically started to do that when you boycotted her body, but then you said, let's be friends. That's a weak move. Okay? This girl, I think, wants to see you be a fucking man. All right? And you're not. You're going down on her. You're pleasing her. And she's doing everything she can to disrespect you, and you're allowing it. And I think that's turning her off. And I think she's a fucking sadistic psycho. So she's getting you off, and she's leaving you with blue balls. You know, I don't know. That might be it, or she might be fucking angry at something else and she's taking it out on you. All I know, dude, is walk away from this girl. Just walk away from her. But if for some fucking reason you still want to bang her one more time, blow her off. Blow off her texts and her calls for like a week and a half, and then randomly answer one. And when you pick up the phone, just have a whatever vibe. Hey, what's going on? You haven't been returning my calls or my texts? Yeah, I've been busy. What's up? You want to hang out? No. Why not? Yeah, you know, I don't know. What do I want to hang out with you for? And get blue balls? You know? You're fucking selfish. You're fucking annoying. Leave me alone. You know? That's probably too angry. But just... I'm sorry, guys. I'm fucking angry right now that I have to talk like this. Yeah, just blow her off and just be... You know? And when you go to meet her in a public place. Don't go over a place where she's going to dress extra sexy when you come over there because she's trying to get that power over you again. Meet her in a fucking public place and be talking to her as you're kind of glancing around the room, you know? Sort of hit on another girl while she's standing there. I'm telling you. You know? And when she asks you to go home with her, don't. Just say, I'm cool, or whatever. You know? Fucking blow her off. If she ever calls you again, she wants to hang out or whatever, tell her to come over to your place. And the second she starts acting like a douche, kick her out. I don't know. It's what sucks about a girl like that is immediately you got to try to get into her head, then you got to start playing games. It's not worth it. There's too many decent girls out there who will, when they take the dick out, they will fucking complete whatever you want. So I would just walk away from her. Let's be friends. Jesus Christ, buddy. That and sulking, you need to take... Those are the two parts of your game you need to work on this off season. All right? And then maybe next year you'll get the ring. Okay? Good luck. All right, next one. Facebook messages. Hey, dear Billy, I need your help dealing with the girlfriend issue. I have been seeing my lady since December. I'm 30 and she is 27. That's a good fucking age difference. I like it. She lived in the city, and I lived in the country. We started as a long-distance relationship, but it got serious quickly. And now she has moved back home. She's, what is this, fucking Green Acres? She is busy buying her own house, but has stayed with me for the last 2 weeks. We've talked about me moving in with her. We tell each other, I love you, and we're making plans for the future, etc., etc. So today I log onto my computer and her Facebook page is still logged in. Uh-oh. This is a whole new world, man. The Facebook thing. Me being a curious creep, I started snooping. In the message section, I find a conversation she's had with a former boyfriend. On February 1st, she tells the guy, I still miss your face. Done. It's over. Walk away. Walk away. Like De Niro in Heat. Just fucking get up and walk out. It's over. I don't even need to read the rest of this, sir. It is fucking over. But I'll keep reading it just because I have to fill up an hour here. But I know, you know, the people listening know. Anyways, he goes, I don't see any response from the guy. Then on February 11th, she trolls out another message. I love how now you're stalking her Facebook page. As well you should. You had probable cause? You never did. No, you were a creep. And then you found, you know what, this wouldn't stand up in court because you didn't have a warrant. But you know what? You got instinct and you can't teach that. Anyways. She trolls out another message that say, hope all is well. And again, no response. Yeah, dude, she's settling for you. I hate to tell you that, but she's settling for you. What she's trying to do is if this motherfucker goes, you know, I miss your face too, she's out. All right? But if he doesn't get back to her, she's going to settle for you. Okay? And I'm not saying you're a bad person. I'm just saying the feeling isn't there. She's settling for you, which means the entire time of your fucking marriage, every time you're not looking at her, she's just going to be staring at the back of your head, looking at your dumb shoulders, something, just going like, ugh, how the fuck did I end up with, how did I fuck that other one up? You know? You don't want to be that. You got to get somebody who's crazy about you. Anyways, here we go. There were some previous, somewhat explicit messages they sent back and forth before we got together, and messages about how they should text instead of Facebook. All that being said, she is good. All that being said, however, everybody, she is good to me. I'm good to her, and we have a fun, loving relationship. I had solid trust, and now I'm very confused. How should I approach her with this? I know if I keep it to myself, it's going to fester and really piss me off. Would you head for the hills immediately or give the relationship a chance? Thanks, and go fuck yourself. This is what I would do. I would be 100% honest with her. Say, listen, I got to be honest with you. What the fuck is today? The 18th, about a month and a half ago. I went to use the computer, and your Facebook page was open. And even though I shouldn't have looked, I did look. And then she's going to start crying, and she's going to start fucking, she's going to turn her fucking cap around backwards and get in your face and start screaming and yelling, blah, 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 blah. Fuck all of that. Fuck all of that. She's going to come at you like that because she knows what's coming. All right? And don't get mad. Don't take the fucking bait. This is the time, sir. You have to hang on to your fucking emotions. She's going to cry, or she's going to yell, or she's going to do both. Because she knows what the... How could you still... Well, you didn't trust me anyways. You know, and you don't have the line that they have where they just, you know, female intuition. They get to hide behind that, you know? Like guys don't have any fucking instincts. Like we weren't blessed with any of that, you know? Fucking chasing down saber-toothed tigers with sharpened sticks. Like we weren't blessed with any sort of instinct. Give me a fucking break. All right? So anyway, she's going to cry, or she's going to yell, or she's going to do fucking both. And you just stand there, and you let her do it. All right? And when she's done yelling and crying, or whatever the fuck it is, just say, yeah. And I saw a message that you wrote to an old boyfriend saying, I still miss your face. You know? And then you tried to contact him again on the 11th, and it's been bugging me. And I didn't want to bring this up to you because I didn't want to look like a creep, and I didn't want to hurt your feelings that I don't trust you, but you obviously still have feelings for this person. And I guess you're settling for me. Like if this guy doesn't get back to you, then you're going to move forward with and settle for me. And that's not what I want. I want someone who's crazy about me and doesn't have other issues. You seem to have unresolved stuff with this guy, and, you know, I'm not getting any younger, so, you know. And then she's, yeah, break it up with me, and all this shit, and just keep going. Listen, there's a face that you miss, sweetheart, and it's not mine. You know, sir, take your heart and stick it on the fucking nightstand. And go into your brain. All right? Get some self-esteem here. This is fucking bullshit. All right? All that being said, she's good to me. She's not good to you. Not 100%. All right? I'm telling you, get out of it. Get out of it. Fuck that. All right? Did I make myself clear? Girlfriend's passed. Hey there, Billy boy. I'm having problems. I'm having problems reading this, sir. I'm having problems dealing with all the guys my girlfriend has fucked before me. She's 17 and a senior in high school, and she's been with 4 to 5 guys all the way and blown more. Now, why are you saying 4 to 5? You know, if you've only fucked 4 or 5 people, she ought to be able to remember all of them. She said, my first girlfriend, I'm 18. Be easy there, buddy. Go easy. Is 17 considered underage? Because you can get busted for statutory rape. Make sure she's legal. He goes, she's my first gay girlfriend. I'm 18, but I wasn't a virgin because my neighbor forced me to have sex with her when I was 5. What? Sex with what? You little ding-dong? What was she doing? Dude, that's fucking creepy. I didn't even know that. Anyways, she lost her virginity in a one-night stand when she was 14. It just kills me every day that my virginity was stolen from me, and she just gives hers away. It doesn't help that she still goes to the same school as the guy, and while they don't really talk, she fucked him again last summer, a couple of months before we started dating. I feel like she's just let people use her, and it really disgusts me. I don't even know if I love her or if I even like her very much. Am I overreacting about her past or not? No, dude, what you're doing is you're tapping into how you feel about this girl and what you're looking for in a woman, and this girl isn't it, okay? It's, you know, hopefully whatever happened to you didn't happen to her, but what you do, sir, is you're fighting your self-esteem or discovering it. All right? Listen to that voice. Okay? This isn't the kind of woman that you're looking to be with. So I would break up with her. All right? And then get with a girl that hasn't fucked 4 to 5 guys that you're going to pass on your way to math class. All right?
That's the deal, all right? You sound like you've gone through some shit. I'd probably go to therapy over that one there. You know, whatever the fuck happened to you. And, but what's great is you've come out of this that you are still tapped in what you're looking for in a girlfriend. You want, you know, a great girl deserves a great guy. And you sound like you're a great guy, so go out there and get a great girl. That's what you should do, all right? And be healthy human beings with one another, okay? Don't let what the fuck happened to you when you're 5 go down some dark sexual road that you pick these damaged girls that you relate to. Both of you probably need to go to therapy and work some shit out, all right? But she didn't write me, you did, so I'm telling you to do that. And, yeah, get yourself the fuck is with my voice? Get a girl that you're proud to be with, that you want to bring home to your parents, all right? That's the one. There you go. All right. Goddamn ex-girlfriend. Dear Billy Boy, your podcast is killer, man. Thanks. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. And he says, I'm writing you to get some insight on my ex-girlfriend's situation. About 6 months ago, my ex dumped my ass and totally crushed my heart. That's the worst. You got to go through it, though. He says, I was fucked up for a while, but took some of your advice and focused on improving my own shit. I never called her, texted her, or did any asshole for 6 months. A couple of months ago, she texted me. Fucking, I knew it. Now, without reading this thing, she's texted you. Now, either she legitimately wants to get back together with you, which if you still love her, that would be a good thing, or whatever the fuck whatever life path she went down over the last 6 months has hit a bump in the road, and maybe she's having second thoughts, or maybe she's completely evil, and she's like, wow, he just never called me again. Why don't I call him up and mind fuck him? Those are my 3 guesses on the cunt genie lamp there. All right, so she texted me. She wanted to know what I've been up to and how I was doing. She also wanted to know why I unfriended her on Facebook. And he writes, why do you think, you dumb cunt? Now, wait a minute. Did you unfriend her because of my advice, or did you do that on your own? That's a great thing. You got to cut the cancer out. You can't be watching what the fuck she's doing. All you're doing is prolonging that pain in your heart. You got to, I'm telling you, you got to cut off all contact, and then you got to go Chris Bosh, where you just got to drop to your knees a couple times a day and cry it out. Don't be afraid to fucking do that. Now, I wouldn't do it in front of a bunch of men, but, do it on your own. Like, as a man, you have to understand that the reason why you're able to cry is because you're supposed to. Because if you don't, you keep it in your chest, and it becomes anger, and then you yell at your kids. All right, I resisted the urge to tell her to go fuck herself and kept my response is cool and casual. Dude, you are on the road to a post-breakup blowjob. That's where you are right now. Let's see if you keep the car on the road. Here's my question. How the fuck do broads know when you are finally getting over them and that they should get a hold of you and make you feel like shit again? Also, I knew it. Also, do you think it's a dick move to get a hold of an ex if you're the one who dumped them when they haven't gotten a hold of you since the breakup? Finally, how do you think I should handle this going forward? Well, you know what? You basically learned one of life's tough lessons. Is that well, you know something? I might be being a dickhead. Like, maybe guys do this shit too. All right? Guys do this shit too. You got those guys who they break up with the girl, but then they keep her in they try to, like, hold on to her so no one else can fuck her. You know, guys who do that shit. So this is really like I'm being a sexist moron as usual. I'm coming from the male perspective. That's all I got. All right? Trying to show a little empathy here. How do they know? I don't know. But they're great at it. So rather than trying to figure it out, because I don't know that you can as a guy, just respect that they have that ability. All right? You might want to consider changing your cell phone number so she can't text / mindfuck you again. It's just the fucking worst. They're just the fucking worst. In that situation, dude, you got to walk away from them, man. So I can't even remember what the fuck you asked me. I'm going through all the breakups I've been through mentally right now. All right, so the first thing you said is, how the fuck do broads know when you're finally over them? I don't know. Change your cell phone number. It's my solution. Also, do you think it's a dick move to get a hold of an ex? If you have no intention of getting back with them, yes, I do. And you have to accept the guilt that you feel that you broke somebody's heart. And you have to own that. You can't, like, call and just call to make sure you're doing okay. You're not helping that other person. If you have no intent, you're giving them a half a second of hope, and then, you know, you're ruining them. You got to let them go. And lastly, how do you think I should handle this going forward? Yeah, I would say don't respond to her texts, or even then, just her texting you and seeing your name and knowing that she's thinking about you, and your heart's still going to be like, well, maybe she wants to get back together. I would just change your number. Start over again. Go Bill Bixby. Get a backpack. Walk out of town. Go down the fucking street. Start working out. Get some new women in your life. That's another thing. Go out there. Go hit on something you think's out of your league. Who gives a shit? Go have a good time. Hitting on a girl that's so-called out of your league is like playing a sport against people who are better than you. It makes you better. It ups your game. All right? So then when you play against somebody who's only a little out of your league, you're used to playing beyond, and you're not nervous. You're used to that speed. You know? Does that make any fucking sense? I hope it does.
All right, questions. All right, Bill, I have a question for you. I was hoping you might be able to shine some insight on this. I have this great friend that's a girl. Mistake! And we get along great, and we have never had any sort of sexual tension, fucking up, or interest, despite her being attractive. All right, dude, right there, you're either gay or you're an idiot, and I'm giving you some tough love here. That's a fucking stupid situation to be involved in. That's stupid. All right, unless you're using her to attract other females to get you fucking laid. Let's see if this is the case. I will continue reading. So, she has this smoking hot friend. Oh, there we go. That I'd met a few times and always flirted with, but it's just been overall friendly. So this chick calls me up one night, and I'm at the bar at like midnight and asks if I want to stay up drinking with her, and she come pick me up. So obviously I agree. Things go very good, and we have a few drinks and flirt. And when I make my move, she gets all upset, like I should have known she just wants to be friends when she calls me up at midnight to stay up drinking with her alone. After the incident, the bitch still has the balls to ask to sleep over. Since then, I've noticed all her friends are trying to be my friend when all I want to do is rail the shit out of them. Bill, I was hoping you could shine some light on the situation and help me out. Yeah, dude. Never have a friend as a female. You know, you always got to be fucking them. That's the only reason to be around them. You know? I know that sounds really sexist, but, you know, I'm speaking from me. There's no fucking point in hanging out with that level of frustration if you're not having sex with them. And if they're actually like a good friend, then that's the one that you should... I mean, that's the ultimate. If you're banging them and they're also a great friend, that's the one you marry. Because you got a connection there, right? But if you just... I mean, they're using you as like a live teddy bear. And, yeah, the next time they call up, just be like, no, I can't hang out tonight. Why? What are you doing? I'm going to go out and try to get some ass tonight. I know I'm not getting any from you. And it's frustrating because you're hot, and I want to bend you over every piece of fucking furniture in my apartment. Oh, my God, I can't believe you said that. Yeah, well, I just did. Are you going to come over here and fuck me? Well, then great. I have to go. Why are you being so mean? I'm not being mean. I'm being honest. Okay? You know how many times I've jerked off to you? It's annoying. That you just, I'm telling you, like, that's a little aggressive, but that's what you have to start doing. You just have to be straightforward and honest, and don't do it like I just said it. Do it how you can do it and pull it off, and you just say it like that. Just be like, yeah, I want to go out. I want to try to get laid tonight. All right? And I go out with you, and you're not fucking me, and then other girls see me with you, and they think that I am fucking you, which I'm not, and I end up going home dry humping my futon, you know? And it's really fucking with my self-esteem. Okay?
So that's it.
So basically, what are you saying? You're saying that if I don't suck your cock, you don't want to hang out with me?
Yes, that is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Your conversations are awful. You know, I'm sure they're interesting to other females, not to me. I don't want to talk about that shit. I could give a shit about the hills, the OC, the ocean, or whatever the fuck other stupid show you want. I don't give a fuck. I don't give a fuck. I want to fuck you. Okay? It's world right there. You know what it is? You ever watch the World Series of Poker when you go all in? That's what you do. Just say what the fuck you want to do. You push all your chips in, then you stand up and you start walking around. You wait for that next card to drop. You see what the fuck happens. Yeah, dude. That's my advice. Get out of that whole circle of, yeah, he's like a big teddy bear. Fuck that. Fuck that. All right? You're not a teddy bear. Well, you are one right now. You got to stop being that guy. So fuck all of them. Go, where are your guy friends? What are they doing? Go hang out with them. Go get a fucking wingman. Get yourself back in the game. And go out there and talk some shit. Hit on some girl you don't give a fuck about so you can practice not giving a fuck. And just say a bunch of shit that you would never say to some girl that you gave a shit about. And because you don't give a fuck if the girl says no. Start with that. You know, always wear a condom. And that's it. That's what I would do. That's what I should have done. I didn't. I just have that knowledge now because I'm fucking... have I ever been the... You know something? I was never the friend. But I was definitely the douchebag. I was definitely the not even pussy whipped. It wasn't even pussy whipped. It was just I couldn't fucking speak up for myself. I was afraid of having a confrontation. And then by the time I had the final confrontation, I was like, ah! And it was like fucking a year worth of shit and we broke up. But that's a whole nother story.
All right. Hypocrisy of the female gender. Oh, Jesus. Come on, guys. Come on, ladies. You know what? Women, trash the guys. Let's have this fucking be balanced here. Fair and balanced. All right. What do we got here? Hypocrisy of the female gender. My batteries are going to run out here. I got to get through this one quickly. Hey, Bill, a.k.a. Bill Jizit shot during the summer. That really has nothing to do with my name. That's just sort of my first name and then a cum shot. But, you know, you tried. He goes, I'm in a bit of a pickle. He's got gills. He's got a phallic vegetable. Is that a vegetable? Is a pickle a vegetable or a fruit? Well, let's see, Bill. You're planting cucumbers. It's not on a tree. It's in the ground. It's a fucking vegetable. Look at me, Mr. fucking Green Jeans here. Anyways, could be serious. Could be just something that'll blow over, but I'd like your opinion anyway. Here we go. A few days ago, while I was getting a coffee, I saw my girlfriend's best friend kissing a dude that doesn't look like her boyfriend. But like the rational human being that I am, I thought I'd ask my girl before I jumped to any conclusion. So I asked her if her boyfriend's still her boyfriend. She said yes and asked why, so I told her what I saw, and her reaction is something I didn't expect. She went silent. So I asked her if she already knew, and she said yes, and begged me not to tell the guy. So I said that I'd like to hear this. Wait. So I said that I'd like to hear the story first. Oh, my story first? I don't know what the fuck. Well, I'm just going to read it the way he wrote it. So I said that I'd like to hear the story first so I can assess how I want to go about the situation. I'm sorry. And she refused. So I said, I guess it would be the same way if you were cheating on me, huh? You would act the same way and you two would conspire over it? And she denied that, started crying, and said she would never cheat on me. I told her it was fucking bullshit, that she's implying that this cunt of a best friend has even the slightest legit reason to be a piece of shit, and I eventually left to go get some air, though it was difficult since she caused a scene and started screaming down the hall for me. I love when they do that, right? Because the second a woman starts screaming in public, the guy's like, at the very least, a borderline rapist. All right. Well, so far, okay, I'm going to just read the rest of this. He goes, at that point, she was breaking down crying and asked me to come back, but I was fucking done. The funny thing about this is I barely even know the guy. I met him like twice. He seems like a cool, down-to-earth guy and all, but I don't really owe him anything. Yet what's happening just triggers something in my mind, and I feel like I should tell him. Multiple people know his girlfriend is cheating on him, and he has no fucking clue. I really lost a lot of respect for my girlfriend, but she's always talks about loyalty and how important it is to her and how she hates cheaters because she knows how it feels to be on the other end. What a fucking hypocrite. When confronted with the situation head on, she just excuses it and mitigates it with secret... What? She mitigates it with secret court NSA legal reasoning. So I have to believe... Oh, no. Did it cut out? Is it cutting out? Hello? Hello, hello? Something sounds weird. I think it's still taping, right? Oh, Jesus. All right. Trying to read even faster here. The fuck is going on with the sound now? Hang on. There we go. I'm back. And I'm back. This is the worst read ever. I'm sorry, because this is very interesting. I can't even look at her or talk to her right now. Just thinking about the way she reacted to all of this still pisses me off. So what should I do here? Do I tell him? I don't know. Maybe I should just say, fuck him. He can't save the world, right? And what about my girlfriend? She's quick to say cheating's wrong until her and her group are the ones doing the cheating. Am I just slowly riding along this shit to eventual heartbreak? Help me out, Bill, you sexy beast, you. All right, well, there's a lot of variables here. It's really the cheating girlfriend has put your girlfriend in a position where she's dragged her into her shit, you know, where now she has to choose between her friendship to her and her feelings about cheating. And I imagine it's her friend. She loves her, and she doesn't want to blow up her life. I don't know. I think what really needs to happen here is you don't need to get involved. I think your girlfriend needs to go to her girlfriend and tell her the situation that her cheating has put herself in, and that she needs to fucking end it with this other guy and grow up and start acting like a fucking adult, because her piece of shit behavior is affecting your girlfriend's relationship. And where you never had trust issues, you now do. You know, I'm not saying that your thoughts that your current girlfriend will now cheat on you are unfounded, but there's two sides to loyalty too, where, you know, you help your friend move a body. You know, there's people like that, like, you know, this cheater might be stringing your girlfriend along going, I know, I'm just confused right now. I'm sorry. I feel like I need something different, but I still love Mike, and I'm just doing a little dick shopping. I'm sorry you had to see it. It's like the cock farmer's market, whatever the fuck she's saying, right? Fuck her friend. I feel bad for the other dude. What are you going to do? I would just sit down with your girlfriend and just be like, look, this is what has to go down, all right? You know, whatever the fuck I just said. You need to go talk to your girlfriend and tell her that she needs to fucking clear up her situation because it's affecting my relationship. Okay, grow up, break up with this other fucking guy, you know, and get on with your life. That's what I would suggest. But I don't think you're wrong to now be looking at your girlfriend like, what the fuck? And I never believe when a woman cries, when you call them out on shit. I never do, because I don't believe the crying as a rule. Because they can cry on cue like Meryl Streep, you know. They just have access to that emotion, and it automatically makes them the victim. It makes you feel like you're a bully. I think you're 100% right to feel the way you did. You might have gone at her a little too strong. I've given you an option. I hope it works out for you. In the meantime, do you think you're going to marry this girl? Because if you don't, you're just wasting time, and this is a great fucking jump-off point to get the fuck out of it. You know? NFL football starts next month. That money you're spending on her going to the movies would look very nice with the NFL package. You got a lot of options here, sir. Good luck to you. Is this a trap? Oh, Billy boy. Oh, Danny boy, the lights are calling you. I love the podcast. I hope you can give me some perspective on this issue. I am in my early 30s, and I've been married for 5 years. My wife and I recently have been having a sexual resurgence in our relationship. After a big lull caused by the birth of our 2 kids and me putting on some extra weight, that's very honest, we are back to fucking as much or more than we did when we first started dating. You know, that was coming off really like you were a mature man, and then you went right down to my level. Then after the birth of our 2 kids, there's been a sexual resurgence, and, I'd put on some extra weight, but dropped a few pounds, and we're back to fucking as much as we used to. Here's a tip for married men. If you want more sex out of your wife, get your ass to the gym. It worked for me. There you go. There you go. Here's a guy practicing what I have preached for the 6 fucking years that I've been doing this podcast. By the way, next month is the 6-year anniversary of me starting this podcast. Okay? So I am expecting some, I don't know what, some sort of congratulations. I should have done it last year when it was the 5-year anniversary. So this guy's going to the gym. That's right. He's getting the pecs going. He's fighting off the man tits. You know? He's fucking not having that big former fucking rock star goddamn gut. You got to get rid of that shit. And you live longer. I read something one time or overheard it in the bar, knowing me, that every extra pound of fat that you have is 5 miles of capillaries that your heart has to pump blood through. Just saying. Extra 5 pounds, 25 more miles of capillaries. So you can imagine, if you're 30 pounds overweight, holy fucking shit, that's a fucking road trip, 150 miles. You got to get it off. That's why you always see little old ladies and little old men. You don't see jolly old fat 90-year-old guys. You don't. They're gone. You know? Other than Bill Russell, have you ever seen like a fucking 70-year-old 7-footer? There's a reason for that. Your heart has to fucking pump all the way down to the tippy toes. Okay. Also, my wife has been open and willing to do any manner of depraved sexual shit that I can think of. Jesus, dude. He goes, I am living the dream. I feel like I won the wife lottery. Well, I would say you do. If she's a great mother, too, that's phenomenal. So he goes, so here's the issue. Uh-oh. Okay, I'm going to guess that she wants to bring somebody else into the bedroom. I'm going to guess that you fucking open Pandora's box, and the way this is read, if it's another woman, you don't give a shit. I'm guessing she wants another dude. That's what I'm guessing. She wants a little rotisserie action there, a little Boston market. Here we go. So here's the issue. She has recently been saying that she thinks it would be really hot if I fucked another woman in front of her. Oh, that went an entirely different direction. She's clear that she doesn't want a threesome. She doesn't want to participate. She just wants to be there. Apparently, this is a fairly common fetish known as being a cuck queen. Did you spell it right? C-U-C-K queen? A cuck queen. All right, people. This is the first word I've learned the definition to since, what is it, buggering? Being getting buggered? Anyways, he says, now I'm a guy, so obviously I'm into variety, and the idea is intriguing. And like I said, she's willing to do basically anything I want to do in the bedroom. So it seems only fair that I would do what I can to fulfill her sexual fantasies. Still, this seems like a bad idea to me. Exactly. Great instinct, sir. I don't know what her reaction is going to be. I don't want to jeopardize my marriage for something like this. What do you think, Bill? Should I just go for it or listen to the voice in my head that says this is a bad idea? If I go for it, how would you suggest actually finding a woman who is open to the idea of being fucked in front of my wife? Thanks. All right. Here we go. Sir, you're 100% right. You can't fucking do this. And all the married guys out there who are like, dude, what are you out of your fucking mind? I do that in a fucking second. Fucking second. I know this chick at the office. Not only she fucking banged me in front of the whole fucking office. Hey, love of my life. Look at me over here. I'm fucking banging. Right? All of those guys. Those mouth-breathing morons. You know? who piss on the side of the road when there's a Wendy's with the fucking public bathroom right there, all of those guys, don't listen to them. Sir, you're 100% right. Some shit should just remain a fantasy. Okay? Your parents. Okay? You have kids. Okay? And when that happens, there's a certain level of maturity that you have to fucking have. Okay? You can't be walking around in the goddamn gimp outfit when at any second your fucking kids can open the fucking door to your bedroom. You know what I'm saying? And it's just going to be, and you're also introducing the chance of you catching a fucking venereal disease. Okay? Because first of all, any woman that's going to allow you to do that is going to be a freak on some fucking level. And evidently, wearing a condom, you can still get herpes. I don't know how. It fucking paratroops down on your ball bag. I have no idea, but evidently you can. All right? And I got to tell you, some fucking things, some doors should just remain closed. I don't know how I would try to make up in that area. I was going to say, if she wanted to fuck another dude, then you could just act like you were another dude and say a bunch of different dude shit to her while you had her bent over and she's not looking at you so she could feel, maybe wear a different cologne. But this whole, why don't you just get a blow-up doll and fuck that in front of her? Huh? You like that? It sounded the fucking... You like that shit? Oh, yeah. Take it. You whore. Right? Maybe you could do that. I don't know what to tell you, dude, but I'll tell you right now, your instinct to not do it is 100% correct, all right? You did hit the lottery with this woman. And this is another deal, dude. You could be gradually opening this shit up. Women are phenomenal masters of manipulation, okay? This might be her roundabout way of saying, I want to fuck another guy, okay? And what she's going to do is get you dirty first. Right? Just like politics. We can't have this guy get into the Oval Office unless we got something on him. She might be doing that same thing. Now, this is just conspiracy theory. Don't look sideways at your wife as you're eating a bowl of fucking corn checks. I'm just throwing this shit out here. All right? This might be her roundabout way of fucking getting her to be able to have a fucking, all right, you get to fuck one. All right? And not only does she gonna fuck him, you gotta sit there and watch it. Don't do it. Do not introduce other fucking people into your relationship. All right? Your relationship, when it comes to sex, and if it's going to fucking work, has to be a secret society. As far as my fucking skills go. My skill set, I show up to the gym, people know what I do. I got one mid-range jumper. That's all I'm taking. Everybody knows if you can stop it, you can stop it. That's what the fuck I'm coming with. All right? I don't even know how the fuck I went into that analogy. I was supposed to be making fun of me in the fucking bedroom. I have my little bag of tricks. That's all I got. Yeah. Okay, now here's something, because I've never done shit like that. I never went into that area of fucking freak week. I never did that. All right? And I think if you are in a fucking healthy relationship, at some point, both men and women do want a variety. And at some point, it's going to come up. And you are going to talk about it. And be like, maybe we went to Vegas. Maybe, yeah. And then in the end, usually after you've banged and got that urge out of your system, you lay there and you just look at each other. Yeah, no, what the fuck are we thinking? We can't do that. It's fucking gross. We can't do it would totally. It's not. I'm not trying to judge people who do shit like that, but it would totally. You know what it is? It's a house of cards, and you're pulling one out way down near the foundation. It might stay up, but the whole thing might come down, and you got some kids in there. So, let me ask you this. At the risk of turning this podcast into a complete freak show, not freak show, just, I don't know, because I really don't judge people what the fuck they do. Is there anybody out there that is married, has a couple of kids, and has had this scenario? Has your wife been cool with it? Did you just bring some girl in and you fucking banged her? Well, what is the etiquette when you bang another woman in front of your wife? Is she just sitting there watching? Like she's watching a chess match? Are you allowed to throw us some looks like, huh? See that? You like that move there, sweetheart? I don't know. I don't know what the deal is. I imagine that there's a bunch of rules. You're not allowed to do it missionary style. If you come, you have to look at me. Don't look at her. I mean, that seems like there's all these, like, you know what it is? It's like you're starting a new sport. It's kind of like MMA when it first started out, and you could uppercut somebody in the balls and gouge their right. You could do whatever the fuck you wanted, and then they'd be like, all right, we need some parameters here. Dana White came in and said, hey, no more fucking uppercuts to the undercarriage, no more eye gouging, no kicking in the face when the guy's on the ground, no punches to the back of the head. He made it civilized. So I imagine that there has to be some sort of, civility to the fucking another woman in front of your wife. Look, who's kidding who? That would be absolutely phenomenal. But I just couldn't imagine, my woman afterwards, and the woman leaves, and then I take a shower, right? And then we're sitting down, eating SpaghettiOs. Like, I would so be praying that she started the conversation. That she was going like, yeah, I thought that was just, wow, I thought that was really neato. But the absolute fucking worst is if there would just be complete awkward silence, and then all of a sudden she starts tearing up, right? And now here you are going, but honey, you told me to do it. And the fucking kids are sitting there. I just didn't think, I know it was my idea, but I just didn't think that you were going to enjoy it that much. You don't come that fast with me. The fucking kid's sitting there looking like that kid in The Shining, when he's fucking looking up with that red rum face. And I'll tell you right now, that would be a classic fucking 180 that could possibly happen because of the delicacy of women's emotions. And I don't mean that like they're weaker or whatever. They're more tapped into them or whatever. And like I said, this also could be some fucking top shelf pimp shit that she's doing where she really wants to go fuck another guy. And she knows, well, the male ego, I can't come at him with this. And if her mindset is like, hey, it's just sex, she's trying to get you on the same page. She has to get you she's got to get you dirty first. So, I don't know. But like I said, if there's people out there who've done this shit, please email me. Because I'd love to know. Give me a quick scenario of what happened, and then give me a long, detailed. It's not the act. I get it. The picture's been painted. I want to know the aftermath. I want to know afterwards, like how the fuck. I want to know what was the first topic that was discussed other than the fact that your wife had an outer body experience as far as like the whole intercourse with you. And what is she doing? Is she saving this up to think about later, or is she literally engaging from across the fucking room? Basically doing the sexual version of the guy who goes to the game with his face painted. Oh, shit. Great email, by the way, sir. Great fucking email. You want to bang another woman in front of your wife because that's what she's into? Well, God bless you. Put on a fucking... Gators, bitches wear jimmies. Put on a jimmy and have a good fucking time. Oh, you know what? I didn't answer his last one. He said, if I go for it, how would you suggest actually finding women who is open to the idea of being fucked in front of my wife? Yeah, I mean, you're gonna have to find somebody who's... I would try and find somebody who was really advanced in their career. Like a lawyer. They have to have a certain level of job. I wouldn't go on fucking Craigslist and find somebody who works at a Baskin Robbins who's down for doing something like that. You know what I mean? You're trying to go out and find the cleanest person you can And I would just lay it out on the table, put it on the table, and I'd have everybody get fucking tested, and then I'd still wear a condom, and then I'd have at it, and then, as far as the Spaghetti-O conversation afterwards, that's on you.
Surprise, we're getting a divorce. All right, here's a new story. All right. Hey, Bill, I know you aren't a therapist, but I think I just want to talk to anyone at this point. So here goes. I've been married for just under 4 years to my wife, who I dated for 4 years prior to marriage. I love being married and have said that to anyone that asks since day one. We own a nice house together. We have 3 dogs, pit bulls too, good man, and both make a decent living. I share everything in my life with my wife. When something makes me happy, she knows. When I'm upset about something, I tell her. Throughout the course of our relationship, about once a year, she would suddenly, without warning, say she was unhappy and has been for months. Oh, God, here we go. She says she has discussions with her mom, who loves me and is the sweetest woman alive, and close friends about the things that make her unhappy, but I never hear a word about it until it boils over, and she floors me with how unhappy she is. Well, that's not fair. All right, we tried to work it out, though. Make changes. She would act like it was okay while bottling it up again. Once the lid goes on the bottle, there's no opening it again. Each and every time she calls the unhappiness State of the Union meeting into session, I've always been completely honest in saying that I'm very happy with her. I love our jokes and honestly enjoy spending time. Blah, blah, blah. Jesus Christ, dude, get to the fucking point. All right, last Wednesday, here we go. We had a good night together. We went out for dinner and ice cream and laughed at about blah, 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 blah. So I thought I'd come home. The following night, in general, great mood, and she told me she had talked to her mom and a friend and that they recommended she talk to me. I was confused. More shit about not being unhappy. Anyways, I wanted anything to make her happy, but she told me she didn't think there was anything. It was very emotional as she finally mustered up the courage to say that we might need to get separated. I was floored, and not in an I'm an asshole husband that sits around, drinks beer, and watches football with his buddy way. I love my wife. We have free... Okay, dude, okay. So the following day, after much reluctance, I get her to agree to try marriage counseling so we can work out our happiness. Dude, I'm not giving you shit that this is... You're pouring your heart out because this shit just happened. I understand. But for the sake of the listeners, I got to fly through this. I get to agree with her. I get her... Okay. So the following day... It's like Lord of the Rings here. After much reluctance, I get her to agree to try marriage counseling so we can work out her unhappiness. I was willing to do anything at this point. I immediately scheduled an appointment with a counselor and was looking forward to having someone neutral for us to talk to. Later that night, we were laying in bed, and I asked her if there was someone else in her life. She said no. Yeah, dude. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Oh, Jesus. Here we go. We just went over the waterfall, folks. Or you know what it is? No. In this story, we're hearing the waterfall. And we just looked at the other person in the raft with a panic look on our face for that split second before we tried to desperately but futilely try and paddle the fucking thing over to the goddamn coast. Okay, here we go. We're going over. I got a feeling we're going over. She said no. There's no one else in my life. I asked her if she's ever been unfaithful in our relationship, and she adamantly said no again. Then she turned out the light and laid down to sleep. 5 minutes later, she sat up and turned the light on. Oh, fuck. She told me she just lied to me and said that she had messed around with someone a year into our marriage. And he writes in capital letters, what, period, the, period, fuck, period. I probed her to tell me what messing around was. That's got to at least be a blowjob. How did that happen? Fucking whore. And after a minute of me guessing, her silence told me that she went down on a guy she works with. Oh! Swear to God I hadn't read this. Oh, if I was Verzi right now, dude, what'd I say? You heard me. What the fuck? Fucking creep. I was furious and hurt, then furious again. She cried and said she was sorry. We cried together. Dude, you're a bigger man than me. Well, I tried to wrap my head around how she could possibly have done that to me. I've had casual flirting with people over the years, but to act on something physically with someone other than your spouse is completely disgusting to me. The worst part is I love this woman more than anyone. She's been my, here we go again. She's been my best friend for the last 8 years. She knows everything about me.
I want to hate her and make her sleep at her parents' house until we divorce, but all I want to do is, be near her again. Yeah, dude, that's because... Yeah, dude, she was in the hurry-up offense. That's what happened here. So now you're scampering, trying to figure out what the fuck is going on, and she has the next 3 plays that she just called in the huddle. That's why this is why it sucks to be you right now. One of my close friends tells me what I know is the right thing. He goes, let it go. Don't bother with counseling. What else has she done that you don't know about? How can you never trust her again? Bill, is it possible for me to forgive my wife? Am I wasting my time? Also, I found out who this guy is, and I really wish I hadn't. Yeah, dude. Of course, all I wanted to do was show up at the job and beat the shit out of him like Ed Norton beats the blonde pretty boy up in Fight Club. He writes, I wanted to destroy something beautiful. My other thought is, since this guy also cheated on his girlfriend, who he's still with, he did it with my wife. I threatened to tell his girlfriend what he'd done, but not actually do it. Yeah, you don't want to do that. That way, he'd live in fear of coming home and her knowing everything because I told her, or he would try to beat me to it and admit to it, hopefully ending his relationship and getting terminal cancer and AIDS. Terminal cancer and AIDS. And you know what? You're still being a gentleman. I still think that you're handling this with class, wishing terminal cancer and AIDS on this guy. I know you don't give a shit. Of course I give a shit. But not occupy. But I've got to occupy my mind, so I thought I'd do it here. Yeah, dude, why would you think I don't give a shit? You know, I mean, I'm not a friend of yours, but you know what I mean? Give me a fucking break. This is horrific. All right, your first question. Bill, is it possible for me to forgive my wife? Eventually, you're going to have to, or you're going to go on a fucking tear, and you're going to meet some really damaged fucking women, and they're going to reinforce everything that you've now found out about your wife. So you can't do that. You're going to go on a fucking hate fuck pussy spree that is, you don't want to do that. He said, am I wasting my time? Yeah, dude, it's over. She's not happy. She's not good at communicating. She puts a lid on it, until it boils over. This is the deal, dude. You know what? This is going to kill you. All right? Let's go with the positive. You don't have any kids with her. Okay? You can just walk away. Okay? We had a problem. And there's nothing we can do. It's over. He didn't make it. You just fucking walk away. Just walk away. It's over. All right? That's a good thing. All right? One thing, you've had a bunch of kids with this person who, for whatever reason, couldn't say that they were. I don't think that she even wanted to fucking marry you. I think she ignores her feelings. She's actually having a fucking breakthrough right now while stomping all over your fucking heart. All right? Well, I don't know. Fuck her. Give me a break, dude. You loved her with all your heart. You say her mother's a sweetheart. You got dogs. You like communicating, dude. You know something? You're like the fucking guy. You're the guy my girl wants me to be. Every fucking woman wants a guy like that. Guy who actually wants to be married. Guy who actually comes home and communicates. A guy who gets along with the mom and all that type of shit. You're a family man, all right? Unfortunately, you met the wrong person. So forget that, dude. All right? Forget it. Forget it. Fuck that. It's over. Walk away. Walk away, dude. Give me a fucking break. You know what you're talking about there? You're talking about, like, the amount of fucking shit she has to go through before she even learns how to just communicate her fucking emotions. And the frustration of that's going to mean every once in a while she's going to blow somebody at work. Are you wasting your time? Abso-fucking-lutely. Okay? Abso-fucking-lutely. And as far as, like, going there and trying to fuck over that other guy you don't need to fuck him over. He's fucking himself over. He's living a life of misery. That life is miserable. To fuck around with the person that you're with somebody else, that is a miserable life. I don't know. I think it's something that a lot of guys do, myself included, back in the day, in my 20s, going into 30s, trying to fucking, figure myself out. I lived that life, that whole fucking double. It's horrible. It's a fucking horrible thing. And in the end, I ended up alone, and I hurt a lot of people, and I was a complete piece of shit. So, and believe me, dude, it was miserable. It ended up with me on a fucking futon. So, yeah, dude, you're, don't become a piece of shit now. Don't judge other women like that. Just fucking, yeah, get out of it. Get out of it, and just know that it's going to be a fucking, I don't know, it's going to be 100 yards of pain that you never fucking dealt with in your life, and you just got to go through it. And I would say the next time you get with somebody, you're going to get serious with somebody, you make goddamn sure that they know how to fucking communicate. Because that's a scary thing to get with a woman who doesn't know how to communicate. Because that's something that they're supposed to teach us how to do. In a way, they make you better because I can just say, no, I don't feel like doing that without fucking punching the wall. They do that so to settle you down. If you get with some psycho and she can't settle you down, I mean, she's damaged goods. Wife leaving. Oh, geez. Bill, quick question. I turned 42 years old today. And after 17 years of marriage, my wife announced she wants a divorce on your birthday. God damn it. You know what that is? That's some cold lotion right there. That is some cold lotion. Sorry, that's an inside joke between me and Nia. My gut has been telling me for months she's been cheating on me. I got to tell you what cold lotion is now. Cold lotion is when somebody is going to do something right and then they fuck it up. It basically started one day when Nia wanted me to put lotion on her back, and I didn't rub it in my hand, so it was cold, so I put it on her back. So I was doing this loving thing that was good for her skin, but I did it in a way that made it awful. All right? So the reason why that would be right here, this would be cold lotion, is because she probably got him a birthday gift. Happy birthday to da 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 ba ba boop 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 boop. And then I want a divorce. She got him a fucking chainsaw, or a goddamn hockey jersey, whatever the fuck he wanted, baked him a cake, and then kicked him right in his fucking twat. All right. He said, my gut has been telling me that she's been cheating on me for months. She's packed up and left the house, but many of her things are still here. She's coming by next week to pick them up. Here's my dilemma. Her dildo/vibrator is amongst the items she's left behind and will be coming back to get. So do I coat it with hot sauce or not? Thanks. Shit. Do I have time to answer this one? All right. How do I fucking answer this? You know what? A woman would do that to a guy. Okay? But this is the thing. A guy would just take it. A woman would do something like that to a guy. Like, what the fuck would she do? She'd fucking, I don't know, pour water on your computer. What is the female equivalent to putting hot sauce on a fucking vibrator? I don't know. What do you jerk off with, sir? A woman would definitely do some shit like that. All right? If you were fucking cheating on her and you broke up with her on her birthday, I mean, you want to talk about hell hath no fury? Hey, women, you know what? Why don't you guys write in? Hey, ladies, write in and tell me what you would do to your fucking a guy who did that to you after you dedicated 17 years of your life to them. All right? You found out they were fucking cheating on you. Well, you didn't find out, but you had a good feeling. Then they broke up with you on your birthday. What would you do? I don't know what they would do, but this is the thing. You don't want to do that shit. Don't do that shit because you're going to go to divorce court. She's already probably going to try to take you to the fucking cleaners, provided, she makes more money. If she doesn't make more money than you, don't do it. Just know this. Okay? Whoever she's going to is now shacking up with a cheating cunt. All right? And you sound like you're a good dude. You're devastated, although, it's a little crazy to want to put hot sauce on it. I don't know. The way I look at it, dude, the sooner she comes back and gets all of her shit out of your life, the better. You're 42 years old, dude. I'm telling you. Hit the gym, P90X, fucking insanity, whatever you got to do. Get yourself ripped up and look better than you ever fucking looked in your life. All right? And then what I would do if I was your age, I'd go to one of those fucking dating sites. All right? Go to one of those dating sites and get yourself fucking some hot good girl, 10 fucking years younger than you. All right? Do that instead of putting hot sauce on a fucking dildo. All right, dude? You're above that. Please tell me you're better than that. All right? This fucking twat doesn't want to be with you. Fuck her. Fuck her. And letting some other fucking asshole who goes around banging somebody's fucking wife. Those two pieces of shit, they should get together. They should get married. They'll have a baby. You know what? It'll probably be a fucking banker. All right? Fuck her. Don't do that. Don't stoop to her level. Let her leave. You want to leave? Go ahead and leave. All right? And then one day she's going to see you and be like, what the fuck was I thinking? And you're going to be like, it's too late. It's too late for you. She's younger, she's hotter, she's a sweetheart, and she doesn't suck another dick in the relationship. You filthy pirate whore. All right? There you go. Okay.
Jesus, everybody giving me shit. Remember last week when I called that woman a douchebag? Remember the douchebag of the week last week? Because she was giving me shit. Once again, a female, surprise, surprise, was giving me shit that when I read the underrated, overrated, or the questions people have, I wouldn't say what sex they were. And she somehow found out a way to kind of, I don't know, make me look like I was some chauvinist that I guess she felt if it was a good question, I credited a guy. And, you know, it's a free podcast. All right? Stop being so fucking cunty. So she became douchebag of the week. So evidently she didn't like it. And what does she do? She sends me an email. Here's the email she sends me. Bill, it's nice that you named me douchebag of the week. I don't really give a shit because I always mean what I write. I don't even know what that means because I always mean what I write. Oh, really? What are the rest of us just faking it? We're just joking around? But not you. You're so fucking serious. So anyways, evidently this psycho. This is a new segment. This is I can't figure out if this is love letter of the week or psycho of the week. I don't know. You guys name it. I don't give a shit. So anyway, she goes, I don't really give a shit because I always mean what I write. And it seems you're just talking shit about two things that I wrote that seemed bitchy. No, I was talking about your entire email. Don't try to knock it down. All right, continue here. She goes, call me a cunt, but I really don't give a fuck. You've read a lot of my comments previously and agreed with them or had a good response to them. I'm literally fixing her sentences because she doesn't know how to write here. But it's nice that you will consider telling the gender of the person who the comments are from. And I know you have a shitload of people who listen to your podcast, but I got you some more since my friends who heard the podcast thought it was fucking hilarious, and then they started listening to you. So you really should be thanking me. Isn't this just typical? This is just all going to be woman bashing this week. Isn't this just typical of a fucking female? You know what I mean? She's getting something every week that is free, and she still found a way to bitch about it. Okay? And then when I call her out for being a douchebag, now she's actually trying to make me feel guilty. You know, you call me douchebag, whatever. I mean, just, even though I got a whole bunch of friends to listen to it, I mean, probably should be thanking me, but, that's okay. Shut up. I swear to God. Why can't you slap women? Back in the day, how great did that feel? You have on the wife beater, the wind blowing through your armpit hair as you just fucking crack. I know it's evil. I don't give a fuck. Fuck all you guys. I don't give a shit. This is the rest of her email, okay? Before you think I'm an asshole, this is what she wrote. This is actually so psychotic. It's hilarious. She writes, and yeah, I do know that the name shows up on the email even if I don't sign it, but you just make it seem like you that much of a retard to notice. That's literally what she wrote. And then she wrote, you're over 40 and have the vocabulary of a 7th grader. Your is spelt Y-O-U-R. All right, for all you morons out there, your Y-O-U-R is possessive, meaning like that's your shirt. Okay? If you're saying you're over 40, that's you are. Okay? So that means if you're going to say your, it's an apostrophe. Y-O-U apostrophe R-E. So if you're a dumb fuck like this woman, if you don't know, the next time you go to write your, just stop and see if you are would still fit. All right? Like you're over 40. You are over 40. Okay? Right there, you got to use the apostrophe as opposed to saying you're over 40. So what is over? Do I own over? You dumb fuck. But I do have the vocabulary of a 7th grader. But you know something? You have the fucking vocabulary of a 3rd grader. All right? You're over 40.
and you have the vocabulary of a 7th grader, you can't recognize real words. How hilarious is this? And she's misspelling stuff. You stutter when you read, and I hope your dog outlives you. And you die lonely because of your inability to commit and therefore never achieve the comedic fame of the great George Carlin. So, Simon says, go fuck yourself, since it sounds like you have major brain damage. All right. Sweetheart, I'm really going to try to help you out here. Okay, if you hope that my dog outlives me, and then you say, and then I die lonely. Okay, if I'm going to die before my dog, mathematically, the fucking dog is still going to be there, so how am I going to be lonely? You know? The dog would have to die first or run away. So what you should say is, I hope your dog outlives you, then runs away, and then you die by yourself, as opposed to saying, I hope your dog outlives you and you die lonely. No, I would die before my dog and be sitting there licking my face in my last few pathetic moments. And then evidently, because of my inability to commit to a relationship, I'll never achieve the comedic fame of George Carlin. Oh, that totally makes sense. It has nothing to do with the fact that I wasn't blessed with his gifts as a comedian. You know, all you have to do to be as good as George Carlin is just commit to a relationship to some psycho fucking chick like you. All right? Lady, these are podcasts. These are jokes. When I call somebody a douchebag, I'm just fucking around, so don't take it seriously. But if you want to, you and your friends can go fuck yourselves and go listen to another podcast, all right? Stop trying to threaten me like you're going to take podcast listeners away. I don't give a shit. This is free. What are you going to take away advertising dollars from me? I don't give a fuck. Fuck you and your friends. I hope you're all listening it together. Fuck all of you. Look around the room. Look into each one of your eyes. I'm saying fuck all of you. You know what's funny is your friends are probably laughing at you right now. Going, you know what? She is kind of a cunt. She really is like that. She does have a tendency. I know I shouldn't use that word, but I'm serious. She is. She can be real cunty sometimes. And she has a tendency to exaggerate things that aren't really happening. Oh, let's get into this shitstorm. Last week, I did somebody asked me a question about why, when a guy does something for his girlfriend, why is it never enough? And one of the problems that I've had and that this guy had last week is you try to plan something that both you and your girlfriend can enjoy as your night out, and evidently women have a problem when you pick something for the both of you to do that you as a guy will also enjoy. Evidently, from what I'm reading from these fucking psycho emails that I got this week, is that if it's not 100% about them, if you don't literally make a Rose Bowl fucking float, sit them on it, and then drag it down the street with your fucking teeth, they feel that you got too much enjoyment out of the evening. So basically the evening was really your evening. It was real. Look at the fucking wedding day. You stand in it like an idiot, and she makes this grand entrance. She gets on one-of-a-kind dress, and you get a tuxedo that some fucking drunk's going to wear at a 15-year anniversary for a bowling alley the next fucking week. You know what I mean? All right, let's listen to what the twats had to say this week. All right, here's this wonderful girl. And I say she's wonderful because she actually admitted that she was a psycho, because I actually emailed her and asked her, why do you only respond to male-female shit? And she sort of, in her own little cute way, admitted that she was a psycho, so I can't hate her. But anyways, this is her email. Hey, Bill, I love the clueless email questions from your male listeners. That's always a great way, by the way, to get the other people to listen to what you have to say. Right out of the gate, just start insulting them and talking down to them. He said the guy was asking, why is it never enough to please a woman? Since he admit he, and then she's referring to his email. She says, since he admits he isn't home a lot, I'm guessing his wife/girlfriend is doing all the dirty work for him. His laundry, cleaning, cooking, picking up after him, etc. All right, let's stop right there. She's doing all the dirty work. Let me ask you guys a question. Would you rather sit home doing laundry? First of all, laundry is the most overrated fucking chore ever. If you have laundry in your fucking apartment, what that takes all of a minute to load the fucking thing in. And if you're not colorblind, it probably takes 45 seconds to load it in. And then you go back to watching The Price is Right. Cleaning, cooking, picking up after him. I would rather do that than do what this other guy's doing. This other guy is working like 60 hours a fucking week. Okay, let's move it. She's already made this assumption. Okay, Then she wants him to spend some time with him, and he comes up with something that he wanted to do. Just like when you took your girlfriend on that drive, all we heard about was the love story between you and the car. You were more excited about the car than anything. It was like you were on a date with the car and your girlfriend just came along for the ride. Listen back to even the tone in your voice when you were talking about it. It's like you were talking about another woman. All right, you know something? I could sit around for 20 years trying to come up with the perfect paragraph to talk how insanely jealous and psychotic women are. Can you? They're jealous about an inanimate object. She's talking about a car. It's almost like you were talking about another woman. Lady, you are out of your fucking mind. You're out of your fucking mind. And you're totally ignoring the fact that I took her out to dinner. I took her out to lunch. I took her up for a ride up the Pacific Coast Highway. People fly out here as a vacation to do that. A lot of couples do that. And I'll tell you right now, they don't do it in a Corvette convertible. They do it in like a fucking, whatever, a Buick Century. Really? I mean, it literally is never enough. You're actually proving this guy's point. So she says, my husband does the same damn thing. I'm like, what can we do for fun today / tonight? And the only thing he can come up with are things that interest him. Well, what can you come up with? Can you come up with anything that doesn't interest yourself, you selfish cunt? You're doing the exact same fucking thing. And it's unbelievably selfish for you to sit here and have like a day that's for both of you, and it has to be 100% about you. Because what? You did some laundry? You lazy fuck? You know what women are? They're like adult children. That's what they are. They never get beyond. They're like juveniles. They're adults, but they still want to be treated like they're not of age. It's just fucking boggles my goddamn mind. She goes, I'd rather not do anything at all. I think it's selfish and obnoxious that everything we do has to have his interests before mine. So everything that they do should have your interests before his? These fucking broads. See, this is my thing. This is why you should never get married. You should never be in a fucking relationship. You shouldn't. Because they just constantly fucking hack away at your goddamn knees, and their idea of a relationship is that you do everything that they want to do. And right now, they're sitting there shaking their heads. They're going, no, no. Even the girl who wrote that's probably saying no. And there's a bunch of other women going like, I'm not like that. I'm not like that. I went to a ping pong convention. They always come up with some stupid-ass fucking example. And at the end of the fucking day, you have to do everything that they do. You have to do what the fuck they want to do, or else they get mad. Okay? And that, my friend, is when jerking off comes into play. Because when you really break it down, what's the worst thing that they're going to do to you? They're not going to fuck you for a few days. Okay? And I got to be honest with you. Once you rub one out, who gives a fuck? And you have to have that clarity when your nuts are full. Do you know what I mean? Am I sounding like a fucking maniac here? I know I am, but you got to hear what this other woman wrote. And of course I don't have it in front of me because I'm an idiot. Where the fuck is it? All right. I am writing to comment on the why it is never enough discussion on your last episode. I'll start by saying that the guy that wrote in, and to a slightly lesser extent you, come off as total douches. Let me explain my view of the writer's situation. Oh, I guess the guy who sent the email. And yes, I am one of those manipulative, selfish creatures known as women. Yeah, you are. What, you called yourself out on it? Now was I supposed to like read that and be like, wow, I really am too harsh on women? See, you're like trying to manipulate me with your fucking bullshit already. Okay, here we go. I don't remember the names, so I'll call him Bob and his wife Sally. Bob neglects Sally. A huge fuck up on Bob's part. Now let's get back to the detail here. He's neglecting her. What is he? Is he out at the bar chasing other women? This guy is out working his fucking ass off. This is the thing that women don't understand. What they don't understand is, this is, maybe I'm being a moron again, or a douche, as this lady says. I think a lot of women don't understand what it takes to be successful. What it takes is sacrifice. And in your 20s, you have to work your fucking ass off. That's what I did for 5 years. My first 5 years in this fucking business, I had no girlfriend. I had no social life. I had nothing. All I was doing shows and fucking rubbing one out. That's what the fuck I did every goddamn day. I went to work.
I was writing jokes at work, and at night I got in a piece of shit car, and I would sometimes drive to another fucking state. And you know why I had no girlfriend during that time? Because none of them could understand what I had to do to get where I am today. All of them were giving me shit. You're doing stand-up again tonight? Do you realize how many Richard Pryors are fucking working at a Home Depot or Jimi Hendrix because they hooked up with the wrong fucking twat who talked them out of their goddamn dream because they didn't want to hear it? Because they said you needed some sort of responsibility. This fucking guy is doing the right thing, and she's calling him selfish. He's at work, busting his ass, trying to get ahead. So when he's 40, he's not a fucking loser. And he has, see, and they all want the fucking house. They all want it fucking yesterday, but they don't want to get through the bullshit of it. They don't want to go through the bullshit of it where you actually have to not see him for a little while because he's out working. So anyways, huge fuck up on his part to be busting his goddamn ass. So he says, Bob decides to make it up to her by taking her to see your live show. She says, which is awesome. And a dinner, which is pretty standard. This is how out of control women are. She's getting a free fucking meal. And they're so spoiled as a sex that she describes a free fucking meal as standard. Do you know what I have to do as a man to get a free meal? I have to win like a radio contest. You know, I got to call up this radio station and imitate the local sports guy. And I have to beat out all these other fucking guys who are... I haven't had a free meal since I was 8 years old. My parents took me to McDonald's or whatever, maybe 13, 14. Women are so fucking spoiled that this guy is busting his ass at work. That's viewed as selfish. He's buying this girl a free dinner, and it's viewed as standard. They're out of their fucking mind. So anyway, she goes, Sally basically tells her friends, who may or may not know, that Bob has been fucking up. Once again, Bob is fucking up because he's busting his ass at work. So when they're 40, they're going to be on easy street. He's fucking up right now. These same bitches who make you fucking, not chase your dream, leave you when you're 38 because you're a fucking loser. Right? All right. I love generalizing. It really gets these twats, cunt hairs in a fucking... I can't even finish that sentence. That was so evil. All right, let's plow ahead. Who may or may not know that Bob has been fucking up, that this night out is not what she had in mind, but she is taking what she can get, playing the victim. Oh, the poor baby. She's taking what she got, a free meal. She's just taking what she can get. And she's getting a show, to come out to my show, one of the best fucking comedians in the country. You like that? I'm talking shit. It's football Sunday. And plus I'm reading the Ric Flair. The best comic on the biggest hill. Bob gets upset and determines that no one has ever or will ever be able to please any female. Code for why should he even make an effort to make his wife happy in their marriage. That's not code for that. That's how you read into it. You've never met Bob. You've made all kinds of assumptions here. Poor Bob. Bob's douchery becomes crystal clear when he says something to the effect of, this whole night out was supposed to be about her. This is classic male privilege wankery. But I realize this is hard for you and Bob to see, so I'm here to help. I'll try to make it simple. When you piss off your wife, bringing her along to a show you already wanted to go to and that she is only mildly interested in, then being a little scrotum about it when she is underwhelmed by the fact that you are actually making an effort to go out with her, which is what you should have been doing as a matter of course, is not the way to go. Oh my God. I mean, the arrogance in this. I love people who are arrogant and they're calling you out for being arrogant. Bringing her to a show. Do you understand? I'm going to stop being a jerk here because maybe I can actually convince a couple women. Do you understand what it takes? This actually, I've been generalizing. There are women out there who understand what it takes to become successful. And I guarantee you most of them are not in relationships. And they have a difficult time being in relationships. Because the guy they're with wants to go home and play fucking footsie or wants her around. And doesn't understand that these are the years where she has to bust her ass to get where the fuck she's going to be. So, lady, both of you guys are 100% wrong. I could see if this guy was out drinking with his buddies, if this guy was out fucking around on her, or if he was just sitting there staring at the TV watching football and not paying attention to her when he brings her out, yeah, then I could see that he should have some sort of mini all about you wedding day for her. Okay? But if this guy is busting his ass at fucking work, okay, he's not going out having a good time either. So he should be allowed to have some sort of enjoyment. You understand? He should be able to enjoy some of the day, some of the night also. And this is another thing that you haven't even brought up. How much of the rent do you think he's fucking paying? I'd be willing to bet that he's paying more than she is. A lot of guys are in that situation too, when you get this, the adult child version of a fucking woman. I'm telling you. You women, I'm telling you, the two who wrote in, you're way out of line on this one. I'm not even trying to be funny right now. You're 100% in the fucking wrong here. You're being selfish, beyond fucking selfish. This guy is at work. He's busting his ass trying to get ahead. Do you think this guy wants to fucking work 60 hours a week? Nobody dreams about doing that. Why do you think he's doing that? He's trying to become successful. So the next time like I said, if this guy had been fucking around, or if this guy had been sitting there watching, sports and not paying attention to you and hadn't given you a compliment since you could fucking remember, yeah, then I could understand. You know what I mean? Taking you to the whatever the fuck you wanted to go to. But for you to sit there and this guy spends his hard-earned fucking money, takes you out to dinner, okay? Which you got to understand is not standard. Okay? How fucking spoiled are you that you think that is standard? I got the fucking hiccups here. I'm so goddamn upset. You guys are 100% wrong. If any of you broads out there want to try to come out and support these two girls, I mean, go for it, because I don't see how they're wrong. This guy did nothing wrong. He took her out to go see a show. It's just, his stand-up comedy is not respected. It isn't. If he took you out to see a Broadway show or a fucking musical, or I guess that's the same thing. I don't know what. I guess if he took you out for dinner and a movie, I love how like guys always have to show some sort of imagination. It's standard. It was just imagination. We like surprises. And it's like, when was the last time your girl actually showed any fucking imagination when they got you a shirt, or some sports DVD? Do they ever really show any sort of fucking imagination? I'll tell you who does. My girl. She actually showed some imagination. One year. When I first met her, I was playing drums, She knew I was into drums. She knew I loved them, and she actually got me this pair of drums. She got me a pair of drumsticks. We'd only been going on for like a month, so there was like that thing, you can't get a really huge gift, but you got to get them something. She got me a pair of drumsticks, and she had my initials engraved in them. I never even used them. I thought it was unique. It was loving. And it didn't cost her that much money, and it was totally fucking cool. I wouldn't be like, well, you got to do that every birthday, Surprise me. Like you did with the drumsticks, except spend a ton of fucking money, too, I don't even know if that even fucking... I think I started to make one point, and then I made another one in that one. I'm so fucking annoyed by these women. They're out of their fucking minds. You're out of your fucking minds. Okay? And if the guy who wrote that email last week, don't listen to these fucking twats, all right? You're out there, you're busting your goddamn ass. You have to sit down and you have to explain to your wife or your girlfriend or whatever the fuck she is what it takes to become successful. Because I'm telling you, you understand what it is. You're doing what everybody else did in their 20s. All those people out there, the broads with the tramp stamps and the guys with the tribal band tattoo who are out there doing keg stands and fucking everything that moves, doing their best to catch herpes every fucking weekend. Those people, they wonder what happens. When they get to their 30s and their 40s, they wonder what the fuck happened. And they're looking at you like you're a shithead. Now the payoff is usually when you become successful, you end up renting a Corvette at 41. Having sort of a mini midlife crisis. But I'm telling you, I'd rather be me than those other fucking dudes. I really would. So you really need to explain to this woman who looks at you busting your ass as neglect, as being selfish, is just beyond me. It's fucking beyond. You're doing what you're supposed to be doing as a man. A man is supposed to work, and he's supposed to provide for his family. And what you are doing is you are laying the groundwork for you to do that as best as you possibly can. And for someone to say that is selfish is just fucking beyond me. Okay? Let me ask you this. When you went out that night, how fucking tired were you? How many times did you yawn from working all fucking week? You know what I mean? Aren't you allowed to go out and have a good time with your girlfriend with a little bit of shit that she enjoys, a little bit of stuff that you enjoy. Isn't that like a fucking relationship? I mean, am I on my fucking mind here? Anyways, this is really just going to become a woman bashing thing. This really just fucking tapped into this.
Bill, wife left. Bill, so I got a text from my wife a couple weeks ago saying she had taken our dog and her things, left, and we're getting a divorce. Wow. She gave you a text message. You know, that's kind of the way to do it. In a selfish way. You know. Do you know I know somebody who did that? I knew somebody who was in a fucking relationship forever. And I guess they just didn't know how to get out of it. So here's an option for people out there, men and women. And sir, this has nothing to do with you. This just reminded me of this. So this fucking guy, his woman went on a cruise or went on some sort of wine tasting thing or whatever. And he I guess he knew that she was going on this trip. So before she left, he already found another apartment, signed a lease, and all that type of shit. So she leaves. I mean, she was leaving for like 2-3 days. He had another buddy of mine, went over there. They packed up all his shit and fucking moved it out to this new place. And then, you know, he just lived in that place until the day she was coming back. He came back to the apartment. She comes home and immediately sees half the shit is gone. And he just dropped the bomb like that and said, listen, you know, we need to talk. I'm not fucking happy. And when I tell you this fucking woman flipped the fuck out, flipped the fuck out, like went absolutely fucking ballistic. And and I always wanted to ask her why. What was it that made you flip out? Would you have flipped out less? Because she didn't even go into the surprise of what? Oh my God, crying, went immediately to anger. And I think it was because he was already out. And there wasn't going to be any sort of closure / I can torture you and be a total cunt to you. Like he sidestepped all of that and just made this clean ass fucking break. You know, Dennis Miller, that's the news, and I am out of here. That's what I thought when he did it, and I don't know why I always smile when I think, because that's the thing, you know, if you're going to break up with a woman, you just know. I mean, I never had to break up with a girl I was living with. I can't imagine that fucking hell. And this person, I mean, that's one way to do it. So if you are stuck in a relationship and you don't know how to fucking bring it up, you just don't know how to do it, that's one way to do it. Because when they come home and you're sitting there, but all your shit isn't there, that's the conversation has begun. Fuck. Anyways. So, getting back to this poor bastard. He goes, her rationale was that she always hated me. Oh, my God. Forget the 8 instances of cheating, 3 post-marriage that I tolerated just because is as good of a reason for her to leave as any. Wait a minute. Back up here. Wait a minute, dude. She cheated on you 8 fucking times? 5 times before you got married? I mean, dude, what? Come on, man. You didn't see this coming? All right, I'm going to save judgment here. He said, forget about the 8 instances of cheating, 3 post-marriages that I tolerated. Then he writes in quote, just because is as good of reason for her to leave as any. Here's where you pummel me, but she was at my mom's bedside with my mom and I when my mom died. Okay, I didn't realize... Dude, you didn't write this well. I didn't realize to her that nothing... I didn't realize to her that was nothing but her way in. I didn't realize that to her... I don't know. That she went to that was her way into your life? In my grief, I didn't notice she went full Andy Dufresne, just chipping away at my sense of self so she would fuck around. So when she would fuck around, I thought, well, no person in the world will hang on to me, so this is better than being alone. Fuck it. Oh, dude, come on, man. She and I had been together for 9 years, married 3. My problem is that as a 26-year-old, birthday was yesterday, none of my friends can relate, and my 1,000-yard stare, can relate. And my 1,000-yard stare at the bar just seems to be harsh. Seems to harsh their hipster PBR buzz. Dude, this is the most difficult fucking thing I've ever tried to read. Dude, you're only 26 years old. Get the fuck out of this thing. Go to the gym. Is that your problem? Huh? You got a little dough around the fucking middle? That's it, dude. Read up on nutrition. Get some fucking self-esteem, man. This is ridiculous. This fucking cunt, you know why she hated you? She's probably one of the reasons she hates you is because you're not sticking up for yourself. This fucking... Oh, dude. You know what? I'm not going to yell at you. You've already been through the fucking ringer with this one. I'm sorry you ran into something like this. I'm sorry. I don't know who the fuck your male role model was when you were growing up. Didn't build you up more, but they obviously didn't fucking raise you right, and now you got to do it. Okay? You got to build yourself up, man. You can't fucking have something like this going on. You're like William H. Macy in fucking Boogie Nights. You can eventually fucking shoot her in the driveway, fucking your friend, and then go blow your own brains out. You don't want to be that guy. Fuck this woman. Because I've tried to get back out there with some people I know, but when they tell their stories from college, all I think is, I wonder if John McCain gets this mad when people his age tell stories about Woodstock. All right, now where do we make the leap there? What, they're pussy stories? And you're pissed because you missed out on that? I'm optimistic as, for the most part, my life is much better. My friends think I'm exaggerating because they saw us together, and my response is that people saw Elizabeth Smart out in public too, and she wasn't fine either. What the hell do I do? The last time I was single, texting didn't exist. I couldn't drink legally. I lived with my parents. You got the point 3 examples ago, but I keep typing. I thought maybe as a comic, when you started going on the road and didn't know people everywhere, it may have been a similar vibe. Yeah, dude, like you're starting from ground zero. You're totally beat down. You're 26 years old talking about like you're 50. You know? You're fine. All right? Wait, so you were there for fucking, what did you say, 8 or 9 years? Let's do the math here. Text my wife, blah, 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 blah. 8 instances. Oh, so you were there for 9 years. So you got together with this girl when you were 17. So you were a baby. All right, I get it. And you stayed with this girl and you never cheated on her. She cheated on you. And all those years of college when you should have got your game together, how to talk to women, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, dude, that's you can make up ground real quickly here. You're only 26 years old. You just got to get yourself out there. Now, I mean, I wouldn't suggest just going out to bars. Look, if you want to fuck a woman, go out to a bar. Do that. If you want to meet somebody nice, then I would definitely look elsewhere. Do you have any hobbies? Do you like sports? I would join some sort of fucking... I don't know what the fuck is the word. What's the word when they let guys and women play together? You know, I'd join some shit like that. Take a fucking cooking class. Just something, you know, something where the good girls go to. You know? But, if you just want to go out and get laid, who gives a fuck? What you got to do is you got to get over getting rejected. Just go out to a bar and just talk some shit. Don't go out and get plastered and use that as your fucking courage. Just go out there and just talk some shit. And just go out there and just say, all right, I'm gonna say what's up to 10 different women tonight. All right? Or if that's too overwhelming, make it 5 or 4. All right? No less than 4. All right? All right? With no pressure on the results. Just go out there and just fucking strike up a conversation, see how long you can keep it going, and just, whatever. You're going to be nervous. You're going to give a fuck. But with each one, you're going to give a shit less. And the less you give a fuck, the more relaxed you're going to be, the funnier you're going to be, the more you're going to attract them. It's literally when you give a fuck. When you give a fuck, you're scaring them away. When you care, you'll be fine, all right? But you got to grow up and stop embracing this fucking this depressive shit, because it's also going to make you an angry cunt, and you're going to fucking hate women, and you're going to push your friends away, and you end up being alone, all right? Unfortunately, you wasted 9 years of your life with some cunt, and you got fucking married, okay? But it wasn't a waste, because now you know what you don't want, all right? So that's it. But for the love of God, do not get into another goddamn relationship. You got to make a pact with yourself. You're not going to go from a 9-year one, 3-year marriage to fucking jumping into something else. You got to stay single and figure out what the fuck you want. You might want to like not even go out to fucking bars for a while. Just go to the gym. Hit it like a fucking madman. And fucking figure out what you're looking for, and then where it should be, and then go in that direction. Do that, all right? Not everybody's going to be the guy who goes out and bangs a fucking 100 women. Who gives a fuck? All right? At the end of it, if you find fucking love and you find the person you're supposed to be with, you won. Okay? So, whatever. There's my fucking 2 cents. Did I say the F word enough?
Oh, here's some letters from people overseas, specifically England. This section's called English Cunts. Hey, Bill, so you thought my last email wasn't good enough for your podcast? I hold no grudges. It's a recession, and you want to keep it all American. Fair play. So let's keep up the theme from your last one and attempt to get a mention. Shameless whoring of myself here. You say baseball jumped the shark. Let me tell you something. Coming from the nation that pretty much invented all major sports except the Olympics, Great Britain. I like to consider myself knowledgeable about sports. Exactly what sports did you create? What sports did you create? Are you going to do the rugby thing and then rugby developed into football? I'll give you that one, that was the spawn of it. But you can't take credit for baseball. What do you say, that's cricket? You guys sit there with that fraternity paddle from some horrific night of hazing. You finally pulled it out of some freshman's ass, and now you're trying to hit a racquetball over to some guy from fucking India? Huh? What other sports have you guys invented? Basketball? You didn't invent that. I don't know what you guys invented, but you sure suck at all of them. When was the last time you guys won a World Cup? You know what? That's a great fucking question. That's what you guys are known for. Soccer, right? And rugby. I like when those douchebags over in England they always try to say that football players are pussies because they wear like helmets and that type of shit. And then you watch a rugby game. Those guys are tough, but those guys would be hitting each other a lot fucking harder if they had pads on and shit, I watched the game. Yeah, it's a bunch of guys fucking sticking their heads up each other's asses as they're kicking at a football. That's definitely, and you know what's funny is I never disrespect rugby. I look at it like that. That's a tough sport, and tough guys play that sport. I don't know why they always pick on football. I don't get it. You know what I mean? Dude, Ray Lewis would fuck up at least 5 of your rugby players by himself without pads. You got nobody in your fucking little pussy-ass English rugby league that looks anything like Ray Lewis. Ray Lewis would destroy him. Jack Lambert. Why don't you bring me your famous fucking rugby guys and show me how those guys are hitting any harder than Lawrence Taylor? You're out of your fucking mind. Out of your fucking minds. Let's look up England. England World Cup victory. I'm going to make a guess, and I'm going to say it's somewhere. It's got to be the 1960s or before. England World Cup victory. The World Cup victory by England, 1966. There you go. I fucking knew it. I knew it was going to be back then, like when the Celtics were winning all their championships, right? Was Brazil not allowed in back then? Fucking padding your stats. I'm just fucking with you guys. I respect your sports, but what do you? Pretty much invented all major sports except the Olympics. Go fuck yourself. You guys didn't invent shit. You had a half-ass idea that we made tremendous. Is there any, you know what I mean? Like the greatest fucking soccer player of all time, is he from England? It's Pele. The Michael Jordan of soccer is not even from England. So why don't you guys dominate something on a world fucking level? What was the last time you guys had an athlete? Because I'll tell you right now, that good-looking son of a bitch for the LA Galaxy is not doing shit, and nobody gives a fuck about him over here. You can walk up and buy a ticket. All right? I went to an LA Galaxy fucking game. I parked right next to the guy. I didn't even recognize him. I asked him which way the fucking stadium was. The only reason why I knew he was on the fucking Galaxy is because he already had his fucking cleats on. All right? He can't wait to go back there. All right. The fuck, Beckham. All right, let me get back to this fucking thing. I think I come from some authority. Oh yeah, why don't you pat yourself on the back a little more, you English cunt? Here we go. Baseball always fucking sucked. No, it didn't. And I'll tell you why. It's a game suited for America like no other. Hours of time to kill between meaningful play. Meaningful for some reason is 2 words. Meaningful. Like, what is the meaning of the word? And I ate too much. I'm full. Meaningful is 1 word, you dumb cunt. Take the last L off the full and smash them together. Jesus, I hope that's right, or I just made an ass out of myself. Between meaningful play, allowing for the required TV advertising and selling of shit, overpriced food, and poor beer. Oh, Jesus Christ. Really? You don't have any advertising there? There's advertising all over there's advertising on the fucking ball in England. You know what? Maybe if you guys scored more than once every fucking 90 minutes, you know what I mean? You could stick some commercials in there. Jesus Christ. The soccer is like hockey without the skates and the scoring and the fighting and everything that makes it great. You ever see like a little sissy get tripped out during recess and he rolls around on the ground and makes such a big fucking deal out of it, you want to beat him with his own books? That's what like watching soccer is like. Every 5 seconds, these guys, they look like if Pau Gasol, if you could have like 20 Pau Gasols all in the same fucking field, just bitch and moaning with that crybaby fucking face. That's what soccer is. See what you did, dude? I actually really enjoyed the game, but you're attacking my shit, so now I got to attack yours. Minimal athleticism required. Yeah, dude, really? Hitting a baseball is one of the hardest things you'd ever do. Why don't you fucking brush your teeth and give it a chance at some point? You guys are swinging with that big fucking paddle. Oh, God, all right, let me go. You know, I would never make fun of the bicycle kick and act like that's a simple thing to do. Anyways, and before you come up with this stock, we'd like to see you face a 100-mile-an-hour curve. I just did that. That's hilarious. From insert drugged up goon here and then talk that shit. It's a game, not a sport. Like bowling is a game. No, it isn't. I can see, yeah, bowling's a game. It's just you standing there. If somebody was throwing the bowling ball at your head at 100 miles an hour and it was fucking changing speeds, then that would be a sport. Okay? Or if you just held the ball like T-ball, you just hit it off a stand, then that would just be a game. I don't know. Athletes are people who actually move around for the majority of the sport. Cyclists, rowers, even soccer players cover around 10K per game. Oh, God. Really? Is that why they're all built like women? You know what your athletes look like in fucking England? They look like mannequins at the Gap. You know? I know we're fat over here, but we're more muscular too. You fucking pansies over there with your poor nutrition and your nationwide healthcare plan. Why don't you get some fucking protein in your diets? With your skinny ass fucking arms and your little legs running around, not being able to. You know why you can't use your fucking hands in soccer? Because you fags would break your wrists. All right, that was homophobic. Sorry about that. Didn't mean to say fags. Sorry, I just got worked up. Anyways, let's finish this. The game comes from an old English game of rounders, which was by and large a game of women. What the fuck is he talking about now? You know, I don't even give a shit anymore. While the real me were playing rugby and football. What? Oh, Jesus Christ. Are you trying to say baseball was made up by a woman? Is that what you're trying to say? You know what I love? Everybody acts like they fucking hate America and they can't stop paying attention to us. I don't listen to any English douchebags podcast. You know? I don't know a fucking thing. All I know, Tony Blair. Tony Blair bitched up and fucking sent you guys, you know, got you guys into fucking Iraq too because he didn't have any balls. You know why? Because he plays soccer. Wow, that was really fucking mean. All right.